This is Advanced Math 11.1 homework questions. That's Advanced Math, Unit 11, Lesson 1 homework questions. These are the problems I've picked to go over, starting with number 9. And number 9 in the book is asking you to find the standard form of the equation. Given the center is 3, 7, and the point on the circle is 1, 0. Okay. We know it's going to be x minus something squared plus y minus something quantity squared equals r squared. X minus 3, y minus 7, that's coming from the center, always opposite of each one. Opposite of minus 3 is positive 3, opposite of negative 7 is positive 7, that's where the center is coming from. And we're looking for r. Okay, so we plug in the point. 1 minus 3 squared plus 0 minus 7 squared equals r squared. 1 minus 3 is negative 2 squared is 4. 0 minus 7 is negative 7 squared is 49. 49 plus 4 is 53 equals r squared. I don't have to square root both sides. I can, but I don't have to because the formula is asking for it to be r squared. So the formula is the quantity of x minus 3 squared plus the quantity of y minus 7 squared equals r squared, which is 53. And that there is your answer. All right, next one, number 11. Number 11 gives you the center is negative 3, negative 1, and the diameter is 2 root 7. Okay, so on this one, we're going to, first off, recognize this as diameter. Radius is what we want. So radius is half of the diameter. Half of 2 root 7 is root 7. All right, and that's pretty much it. X minus negative 3 would be x plus 3 squared, plus y minus negative 1 would be y plus 1 quantity squared equals r squared, so root 7 squared. X plus 3 squared plus y plus 1 quantity squared equals 7. All right. Number 17. Number 17 is asked to identify the center and radius of the circle, and it is the quantity of x minus 1 squared plus y squared equals 15. Identify the center and the radius. The center is the opposite of both, so opposite of that is 1, comma, there's nothing there, so 0. Radius, this is r squared, so the radius is the square root of 15. All right, number 19. Number 19 is asking us to write the equation of the circle in standard form, then identify its center and radius. Okay, 1/4 x squared plus 1/4 y squared equals 1. All right. In order to work this out, it's a circle. These here, these 1/4 should not be there, so I'm going to multiply everything by 4 to get rid of those fractions. Distribute. X squared plus y squared equals 1 times 4 is 4. There's your circle in standard form. Center is 0, 0, and your radius is 2. Okay, number 25, same type of question. Find its center and radius after writing it in standard form. Okay, it's 4x squared plus 4y squared plus 12x minus 24y plus 41 equals 0. Okay, and excuse me, you will have questions, like I've said in notes, where they just give you this on the test and ask you the shape. You would know this is a circle because both the x squared and y squared are positive and they both have the same leading coefficient, 4 and 4. Okay. Writing it in standard form, I am going to do some regrouping. 4x squared plus 12x plus 4y squared minus 24y And then the constant, the one that has no variable on it whatsoever, gets moved over to the other side. I'm going to take out I'm going to factor out just my leading coefficients, not a GCF. I'm not taking out any variables, just a 4. X squared plus 3x plus blank, plus taking out another 4, y squared minus 6y plus blank equals negative 41 plus blank plus blank. 3 cut in half squared, leave it as a fraction, is 9/4. 6 cut in half squared is 9. 4 times 9/4 is 9. 4 times 9 is 36. Do you see the 4 times the 9/4? You would reduce the 4s, you'd end up with just the 9. Okay, so 4 quantity squared plus 4 quantity squared equals, all of this over here adds up to 4. Okay, when you double bubble this one's pretty easy. Y minus 3 and y minus 3. X plus and x plus, what times what is 9/4? That's exactly the same. 3/2 and 3/2. And if you were to double distribute this, you get 3/2 x plus 3/2 x, which is 3x in the middle. Okay, so x plus 3/2 quantity squared, and then 4 times y minus 3 quantity squared. Divide everything by these 4s here because I don't want those 4s there. Leaving behind x plus 3/2 squared plus y minus 3 quantity squared equals 1. There's your equation in standard form. Your center is negative 3/2, comma, positive 3, and your radius square root of 1 is 1. All right, that is number 25. And lastly, I'm going to do number 33, which I believe is asking you to sketch the circle, identify the center and the radius. Okay, number 33. X squared plus 2x plus y squared minus 35 equals 0. Okay, I'm going to do my regrouping like I did earlier. X squared plus 2x, not 2y. Excuse me. There's no leading coefficient here to factor out, so I'm going to go ahead and put my plus blank. Plus y squared, and there's no other y's, so I'm just going to leave the y squared, equals 35 plus blank. So on this particular problem, there's only one place I'm going to be completing the square. So I only have plus 1 blank over here, not 2 like I did earlier. Here I had plus blank because I had 2 complete the square problems going on within 1. But on this one, I'm only completing the squared here with the x, not with the y. Y squared is just y squared because there's no other variables with the y. Okay, take the 2, cut in half and square it, you get 1. There's nothing to multiply on the other side, so it is just 1. X plus 1 quantity squared plus y squared equals 36. There it is in standard form. Center, opposite is negative 1, 0. Radius, square root is 6. Okay, negative 1, 0 is the center, and I'm going to go right, left, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to go up and down 6 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And draw your circle. Making sure I did that right. Okay, mine's not coming out very circly, but you know what it should look like. Okay. And that is it for this section of homework questions.